All right, besides the speed issue, pretty much got everything else sorted. I think I've got everything in the units that you want. Um, all right, there's RPM. Map is in PSI now, or vacuum. Coolant is in Fahrenheit. Move that guy. Lambda, I got nothing hooked up right now. That's just a fixed value. Page 2, battery volts. Intake air temperature, which is in Fahrenheit. And if I grab a hold of the sensor I got plugged in, that'll warm up. Boost table. You got 1. So I'm using the mode up button on a Gen 2 hand control. Long press gets me to table 3. Short press gets me back to table 1. So you guys will do whatever you have to get that going. And then fuel pressure, which is in PSI. Okay, move my little dial-a-pots there. Same thing for oil pressure. Fuel is fuel level, because I'm not plugged into a Gen 1 with the float sensor hooked up. That's why it's reading that, but I have verified that works on my Gen 1 test setup, which I don't have a maxx ECU that plugs into CAN on. And then you've got map target, which is in PSI, lambda target, air fuel, and then lambda air fuel. Other than that, first gear, neutral. The way you guys have it with calculated gear, I'm assuming you're probably not going to see neutral. From the gear position sensor on the bike, though, when you go into neutral, there's a red light over here that's going to light up for the neutral indication. Over here, this will be your oil pressure light, which again I can't really show you, but this will be a red one over here. And then you got your turn signals and your high beam and all that good stuff. Wiring wise, so this CAN adapter, you're gonna have to put a mating connector on your harness that you have now for this. Let's go to the tail, mount this guy somewhere over near the left ram air tube. This will just plug into the dash, the DB9 connectors, and then it gets its power and ground from that. And then you also have plug and play dash connector here, which I just have that plugged into a power supply. And then on the back side, you got analog 2, 3, and 4, which none of those are being used because we're doing everything over CAN, but I wired those up for you. And then back here, basically there's just a ground, and then the up button is wired, but I've got everything else, 12 volt ground, menu select, all that stuff is wired to this connector if you decided to expand in the future.